Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Alana, and we're watching some One Piece. Alrighty, y'all. Was it last week that we didn't have any One Piece, if I can't remember correctly? I think it was. But yeah, so last episode we had Sabo telling the truth of what happened in Mary Joy, I guess it was called. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm so sorry. But anyways, he went over there, right? Going in there, and then we see the king of Alabasta, Vivi's dad, talking to the Gorosei. And I think that Sabo just happened to come across the king probably when he was down, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that he did it, but he's okay with taking the blame for it. How do you guys feel about that? I saw a comment saying that they don't really know how to feel about Sabo being all right with being the one to blame for Vivi's father's death. I would like to hope that he's not actually dead, but I guess he was probably a martyr in some way. I feel like he went in there kind of already thinking that this could be a possibility, because he called off his two guardsmen to go and protect Vivi. So I don't know. I feel like he probably knew what he was walking into a bit. It just so happened, again, like Sabo had walked in and saw. And then, of course, they probably try to frame him and say that he had done it. But yeah, that's where I believe we were. I will say this one thing too before I jump into the reaction. Sabo's demeanor, like, we see him in like a dark shadow, right? And then he puts on a fake smile for people. Like, you see him like looking very intensely, like when his face is like in a dark shadow, and then when he's trying to show face, it's like a forced smile and have everybody feeling a little bit more jovial. So I picked up on that. I don't necessarily know how to feel about that, but I have noticed it. I don't know if this is something that, you know, it's just anime only, because I know there's certain things people's like, oh, don't even worry about it because they only did it for the anime. It wasn't like that in the manga. But I was just kind of like wondering, is there a reason for that or no? But yeah, I'm gonna zip it and let's just go ahead and jump right on in. Let's go. It wasn't Sabo. And it was so sad how they were treating those slaves. And Bonnie was here. And I feel like he has a reason to be worried. Is this Bonnie? No, it's Sabo. Him and this pole, man. Hand the dandy pole. Ooh, just think how bad it has to hurt, the flame in the metal helmet. Yo, he is strong as frick. And left their heads freaking sizzling. That's crazy, Sabo. Here's Bonnie. Did she tell him that that's her dad? And they work together. That's interesting. But it makes sense, you know? So she did tell him. Oh, wow. He allowed him to have some on him to activate? Interesting. I think that's dope that he can communicate through the soot. Oh wow, that was her goal. It wasn't to become king of the pirates. She just wants her daddy. He avoided a fight.
最近この塔の衛兵また減ったよな。なんだお前、
We're getting some stuff, y'all. Info. That. The lost chamber. What is this lost chamber? And what did they see it? Do you guys think the lost chamber is like a room where they probably hid probably like old relics or the histories or more histories besides the one that O'Hara was trying to gather about the Void Century? He's such a good guy. She entrusted her daddy to Sabo. And this is the last time they ever saw him alive. That's crazy. They just left him right here. They could have at least pushed his ass all the way in. That's a long hallway. I don't like this music in the background, you guys. I am so lost. Why would they have him meet here? I'm gonna have to pay attention. Okay, so this is just supposed to be a symbolism. So, okay, so he has no idea about Inu-sama. Okay, but so far, from what I'm gathering, he's saying there's 20. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying this so it sticks. Sorry, guys, if I'm interrupting the dialogue. There's 20 monarchs, right? 800 years ago, founded Mary Joy, and they were cool with each other, yeah. And they assembled this throne to where not one person is going to be the head. We are all equally a part of this, right? But if that's what he's saying, then how is Imu sitting on the throne? I mean, of course, he doesn't know, but we know that, right? So was there an internal conflict? Or is this story just something that was set out to the public, but then it was just false to make everybody else feel comfortable, like a sense of security? But yeah, so he doesn't know about Imu. He's in here. This is just a symbolism thing. Got you. I wonder who the 20 monarch families are. Huh, the original 20. Oh, that's right. We did know about some of the families. Okay. His ancestor. So his family member didn't want no parts of what they were doing over here, Mary Joy. So that's why she didn't become a celestial dragon. She went back to Alabasta and then ruled there. I believe probably hundreds of episodes ago, we did hear about the families. I don't know if they were called monarchs though. So I think that's what kind of like tripped me out. But I do remember vaguely that they were him and there was other people that were mentioned. Oh, wow. They didn't let her leave? I am so confused right now. All right, so there's one person. I know I'm pausing, but I feel like this dialogue is going to be very important. So, yes, she's his ancestor, but he probably didn't come from her line. It came from her brothers, right? But she didn't make it back. So either there's one or two things. Either they got rid of her and she couldn't get back 800 some years ago, or two, are they trying to insinuate that Imu is her? Because they're acting like, oh, we thought that she went back too. What do you mean? You weren't there 800 years ago. Or are you just under assumption that she went home? I don't understand. They ain't speaking about nothing. They are closed-lipped. And he knows about the D. Uh-oh. They don't look happy. They don't look happy. What did the letter say? King, tell us the letter. Okay, so that's not Emu. Okay. I should have kept on watching. That's not Emu. So Emu that heard that there's a letter been passing down. They're like, Emu like, what the fuck? What letter? What's the message say? Why are you asking about the letter D? You know what I'm saying? What? Ah ha ha. This is going to be crazy. This is why they gonna kill him. That's why they killed the king. Oh, they killed his ass. That's why he's a goner. He's a goner because he mentioned the D. And I really hope they give us info about what the D stands for, or what she said in the letter. If you're really enjoying this reaction and want to see the full uncut version, please join me over on Patreon. There you'll have access to all the shows you see here on YouTube and the Patreon exclusives. And don't forget, before you leave, to comment, like, and subscribe. Shirahoshi. I want him to get punched again. He is delirious. They don't want to step to a celestial dragon. Is he gonna have the balls? Wow. Oh, big bro. Yeah. Beat his ass. No. You dirty, ugly man. Is anybody gonna step in? Kuma. Not the smart, just waving. Nice. Nice. Let's go, princesses. Where's Sabo? We need Sabo here now. Buy our way out. That's wild. Let the pirates handle it. That's funny. Kick his tail. Tail hammer. The hammer and the nail. I like it. Ooh. No, he's in the ground. He don't even look alive. Is he actually gone? Because he look like he should be. This is how they got him. He is a giant. So Sabo wasn't the one to actually get Kuma. It was Morley. Ooh, got her back. More tea. Spill the tea. What is the D? Emus. They're shocked. I think it's a woman. Emu's a woman. Is Emu gonna talk? And look, walking straight to the chair. Straight to the chair and gonna sit in it too. Let him know, like, hey, I run this bitch. It was probably a lie from the beginning. Those 20 families didn't come together and say, hey, will rule this equally. I bet you all of it's a pile of BS. Or did he have a heart attack? That's creepy. Oh my gosh, no! Bruh. What a freaking episode. Oh my gosh, what a freaking episode. Emu showed him or she, I don't know, himself, I'm gonna say himself or herself, to the king of Alabasta. They had to get rid of him. I think once Emu showed himself or herself, it was a done deal. His fate was sealed at that point. Because nobody has ever probably laid eyes on Emu besides the Gorosei. So the fact that he did, he was a goner. He was a done deal. Damn. Okie dokie artichokes. What an episode. I had so much fun. The information was top tier. We found out a little bit of, was it Nefeltary's, King Nefeltary's family history. 800 years ago, you know, the 20 monarchs had gathered together. They were going to stay in Mary Joy. All of them going to live in harmony and then live equally. No one person was going to rule everything. But then all of a sudden, Lily didn't want to. It was said that she was supposed to come back home, but she never arrived. All right? She never arrived, and her brother in her place continued to rule. Right? Is from what I was tracking. Now, with that being said, though she never made it back, a letter of hers did make it back, which she must have sent some massive tea, right? Because it seems for this letter to have passed down from generation to generation for 800 years. This must have been an important letter with some juicy info, especially enough to make the king now go and confront the Gorosei. And it has to be so juicy that Emu had to come out here and show himself. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what that letter said. And I hope King Nefeltari allowed Vivi an opportunity to read the letter, or he knows where it is and that it's in safe hands to where she can get to it to read it for herself. And you know what? I'm so glad he sent those guards to her, because if he's mentioning this to the Gorosei and about the letter, and then he's mentioning what is up with the deed, right? She could be the next target, because they're not going to know if she has or has not read that letter. I genuinely want to know what that letter is. I want to know. But anyways, we saw Bonnie and Sabo running together. Bonnie entrusted Sabo and the Revolutionary Army to gather her father, while she goes to Egghead, which we know, we've seen her there, to finally ask Vegapunk to see if there's a way to bring her dad's self back. And if not, she said she was going to force him. So yeah, that's that. But I also enjoyed Charlos getting freaking smushed. I wonder if he's actually going to be good. I hope he is, because he's been a freaking pain in my ass since we're in Sabo Odi. But this is a good episode, guys. I think I'm really just trying to process the info, and I'm hoping I am gathering this correctly. See, I was thinking that maybe he's trying to insinuate she never came back and she stayed in Mary Joy. But obviously not. She didn't stay in Mary Joy. They got rid of her, because didn't they also say that as time went on, new monarchs were then the old monarchs were replaced with new monarchs? I'm telling you, one of them said, all right, we're gonna find found this together, and then off with their heads. And then Imu-sama stepped up and was like, I am the ruler. I am the one that's going to be controlling everything. And that's it. It's a done deal. Either you hop on my bandwagon or you get cut down. I think that's probably what happened to Lily. This is a really good episode. I cannot wait to rewatch this when I'm editing. It's going to be so good. And I wonder if I'm going to have to put some notes in. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with me. Sorry guys, I've been talking your heads off, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.